This is Sisters.
Not therapist.
Emphasis on the not.
We're two sisters with a lot of opinions, questionable advice, and zero credentials.
From pop culture and current events to oversharing about our own lives.
Nothing's off limits.
Grab a snack.
Get comfortable.
Our session starts now.
Welcome back to our podcast, episode 3. I'm Kirsten.
I'm Kaitlyn.
So for this week, we have decided to be skipping weekly diagnosis, which is our current event, pop culture of this week segment due to the events that have happened this week. I don't think it's right to be talking about dramas and controversies and funny things when something so devastating happened. I think it would be not in the right nature, I guess.
Yeah.
So we will be skipping that and doing the very first segment of Safe Space where we talk about hard topics that no one really wants to talk about. But I do want to put in a trigger warning for people. We will be talking about gun violence and death of a really good person. So
Yeah, everybody knows that this past Wednesday, September the 10th, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on the University of Utah's campus.
Yep.
Doing one of his debates. That's what he's known for. It is an extremely sad situation. I think that if anybody, which most Americans have seen this video, it is very graphic. It is extremely hard to watch. And personally, what I saw, I don't think I can ever unsee.
no, I know that they are working to take down the video, which I think is only right.
It's only right. It is a very graphic, and I would hate for in 10 to 15 years for his son or daughter to come across something like this and see the death of their father so violently and graphic.
Absolutely.
It is something that you can't come back from. It really is. And I think whenever I first heard the news, I was actually coming home from work and I had to stop in at home because I had to go pee. But I had a chiropractor appointment and I was going through TikTok and I kept seeing rest in peace Charlie.
Yep.
And I was like, wait a second, there's no way. Like, I always see on TikTok the hoax and it's like
Kim
Miley
Kardashian
Cyrus,
is pregnant and they go, does Kim Kardashian know?
Yeah. And so I was like, there's no way this is real. And I get on, and as soon as I hit refresh on TikTok, it was news organizations.
Yes. Like I saw Daily Mail was the first one. I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
This is real.
Yep.
And it was, as soon as you hit your scroll button up, it was right there.
Even today is Saturday, 3:00, and that's all you're seeing.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to be on TikTok right now.
It is.
But this is not going to be what the episode's all about, but it will be the majority. If you do want to skip this segment, we are going to do couch confessions, which was kind of like a funnier segment where we talk about
Bring a little light to the end of it.
embarrassing advice, questions, stories. We actually going to be doing 2 stories from both of our lives that have been embarrassing to kind of start it off.
Oh, gosh.
But before we get started, I do want to mention we are on Spotify and YouTube.
Yay.
This is our 3rd time trying to film. I don't know how it's going to be.
We're hoping it works.
I'm hoping it works. I really want it to work. But it's just a really hard thing to master and to actually just to film it in general. And also we are going to be trying to film a true crime and like conspiracy video and maybe uploading those on Thursday. Not promising anything right now, but we do want to, because I don't want our podcast to be only centered around true crime and conspiracy.
We want to break it up a little bit.
But we do like it and we do want to include it, but not be all about it.
Yes.
So without further ado, let's get into Safe Space.
All right, guys. Welcome to Safe Space. This is our first ever session in Safe Space. And sadly, it is a very
Tragic one.
tragic. Yeah.
And it's hard. It's like at the pit of your stomach when you're talking about it, when you're seeing it. It's just really hard to talk about. But again, trigger warning, we are going to be talking about gun violence, death, and a huge tragedy for a lot of people. So if you get triggered by that, I would just skip to Couch Confessions.
Yes.
So Charlie Kirk, who was known for being the founder of Turning Point USA, which is basically like I would say it's faith-based, but you don't have to be. But it's a Christian-based organization that promotes Christian values
and
conservative
the changing
values
of America.
Yes.
It wants to make America better.
Yes.
It wants to bring back the old America. It's what it's based on, really. I would say
like home values, old school, which whatever you believe in doesn't matter.
Fine.
This is him. This is what he believed in. And it was just to make what he thought was better. So he actually was speaking at one of the very first, I'm going to call them conferences. You can call them events, whatever. But it was the first one on his comeback tour. And it was at the, Utah Valley University. That's what it was. Utah Valley University.
Oh, yes. Utah Valley. That's what it was. UVU. Yes.
And this all took place on Wednesday, September the 10th.
Yes.
Wednesday, September 10th. This was going to be the very first event of Charlie's comeback tour for Turning Point America, which he was the founder of. And we're just going to give you the timeline of what everything took place with what we know now. But again, this is always changing. But they believe who they have is who did it. But again, they always say that things are going to keep changing.
Absolutely.
So around 8:29 a.m., the suspect that they have in custody right now as of today, Tyler Robinson. He arrived on campus. He was actually wearing a maroon t-shirt, light colored shorts, and a white hat, and I believe light colored tennis shoes. They actually have all of this kind of on video where they see him in this outfit on campus because he was a student there. He actually changes into darker clothing. And they also see him go to the location of the shooting, which was across and on the roof.
Yes.
And then around 12:05 p.m., the crowd is starting to gather outside. They're chanting Charlie's name, like at all of his events, right? He's very popular, very famous. It doesn't always seem like that, but he really, really, really was.
Oh, 100% he was.
He was everywhere. I know he did that really popular, I don't know if it's a TV show thing or I think it's an internet thing where he has his values, right? Or he believes in something different. And the people with the flags that all believe in something differently from him. So like if he's against abortion, I think it's like 10 to 18 people who are pro-choice. And like they debate him. So to even be on that was a huge thing for Charlie, just to show like how relevant he is. So they're chanting his name. And then at 12:09 p.m., Charlie comes out, handing out MAGA hats, Make America Great Again hats. Of course. Anybody like him, Candace Owens, they're going to be doing that.
Yes.
I think they like to kind of piss off other people by doing that too. I mean, a part of you always kind of wants to make the other person mad. The right, the left, that's the game, right? He makes his appearance and he's actually talking to another student.
Regarding gun violence.
That's what I thought. But I've been seeing different things, but I believe he was actually talking about gun violence, which actually makes it more sick because the person, Tyler Robinson, which I don't even like saying his name at this point. I don't think he deserves his name.
No.
But just to make this less confusing, I'm going to have to, because there's a lot of people who were suspected. So even if I said suspect, this would get really complicated for you. It was even complicated for me, and I feel like I've been following it.
There was 3 suspects.
Yes.
Altogether. There was 2 others before Tyler and then Tyler. So just to clarify.
So between 12:09 p.m. to 12:23 p.m., the fatal minute that Charlie Kirk was shot right in his neck. I forgot what that artery is called.
Carotid, I believe.
Because I can't really say it. But I would not watch the video. I don't know if it's still up.
Sadly, this morning, I did come across it again.
and it's horrible. I got to see the one where it was from the side, so you're literally seeing everything. I won't describe it in detail, but you know that he died immediately. You would see his hand go up, and then before he can reach his neck, his neck just falls limp, and you just know he's no longer with us. Mm-hmm. So just think about from 12:09 to 12:23. So what, 11 minutes? Mm-hmm. I mean, how do you know? Like, that's a drive from here to the grocery store, mm-hmm. and you don't even know that your life is about to be taken.
Yes.
And I think what makes this really tragic is that, and I'm not saying that it's not sad in these circumstances, but at least you know there was a reason, right? Mm-hmm. So someone having cancer, right? They're sick, they pass away from that. A tragic accident. Mm-hmm. Whether or not it could have been prevented, mm-hmm. but you know that there was a reason, right? You know, the road was slippery, someone wasn't paying attention, they hit somebody, it kills them, right? Yes. But at least there was a reason, and I feel like in this instance, no matter what he was or what he believed in, to take a father away, there just was no reason for it.
No, a husband, a son.
Mm-hmm. A friend. And really someone who was ready to break these walls down.
Yes.
To be like, it's okay to believe in this and to believe in this, but why can't we just coexist mm-hmm. together?
And to bring America together again, because I feel like America at this point is so divided.
Yeah.
And it really is. You are left or you are right.
Yeah.
Even if you are in the middle anymore, I mean, you don't matter.
No, I feel like I'm in the middle, and it's still like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I truly don't believe in one way Mm-mm. or another, and I think that's fine. We're not very political.
I don't think you can be truly left or truly all the way right, because there's no way you're gonna believe in everything to the T that the right believes in. Mm-hmm. And you are not gonna do the left either. Mm-hmm. And mind you, the political party part of it is all just a game.
Yes.
But we are not ready for that conversation. Yeah, I don't think America is quite ready for that conversation.
They're getting there.
They're getting there. They're definitely getting there.
And I think this event will bring it forward.
I think the response, which we will talk about after the timeline, but just seeing the response of Charlie's death from both sides, definitely. We are really seeing what America has become over the last 200 years, and it's absolutely sick.
Yes.
So sadly, after 12:23 p.m., after he was shot, mm-hmm. around 12:36 p.m., reactions from the shooting start to pour in from social media. So just think about that. Mm-hmm. He died, tragically, at 12:23, or he was shot. Mm-hmm. I think he died immediately. A lot of people think that, but they say that he died around like 40 minutes to an hour later. But again, they do have to have a doctor, a professional.
Call a time of death. Pronounce that you are deceased.
Either way, they don't count him as technically dead until a doctor's there.
Right.
So just think from 12:23 to 12:36. Social media is pouring about this. Even by then, Donald Trump was one of the people talking about this. So, I mean, that just shows you his popularity and the tragedy of this event. And around 12:52 p.m., the university sends an alert out to the students that the police are investigating this and they are on a lockdown.
Yes, 100%. They are evacuating buildings. Mm-hmm. They are going through every building.
Yep.
And what's crazy about this, I think, is that the more time that videos were circulating, and I mean, this happened so fast.
Yes.
And people will investigate so quickly.
Oh, yes.
And so, which in a way, I think this really did help this investigation.
Yes.
Because people were just recording Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Arriving, his people, recording how big the crowd was. And in that process, the way that UVU is laid out, it's kind of like almost like a Coliseum type style.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah.
Like it's staged down and then the buildings are above.
It was kind of meant where they were at. It was kind of meant for outdoor classes, conferences, that kind of thing. Because there's like seats built into the ground where it's like stone. So it's like easy to sit down.
Steps.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And then they go down.
And within just a few minutes, people were posting, and they realized that they had caught this suspect running across the building, getting in position, let alone it was caught with him running away after the shooting immediately. You can see him on the building, clear as day. And even people reported and called the police before Charlie was killed, saying there is a guy dressed in black on the top of a roof. And I just don't understand why that was not investigated.
Absolutely.
Why Charlie was not held back. Why wasn't taken more seriously? Because if it was, we would not be in the position that we are in now.
And I know at least we have one of the biggest fall festivals, I think, at least in our tri-state, but I think we're one of the biggest. I'm not going to say the country, but we are known for our fall festival. We are known for it.
Yep.
And people don't even know about us, right? When I say Evansville, when I've traveled out of state to like Nashville, I remember I went to Starbucks, and I think she asked me, so what are you doing this morning? I said, well, actually in about an hour I'm leaving to go back to Evansville. And she's like, Evansville?
Where's that?
Where's that at? But we are known for our fall festival, and it gets crazy. And we even have, I want to say, not military, but at least officers, like high ranking, up on the roofs. It gets there, and they are armed. You can see them, and they want you to know they're there.
Yes, because it is so many people in such a condensed area. No different than this.
Yep. So the fact that he's a person like this, I hate to say it, okay, like a person that is very controversial. Why his security team, does he, I don't know if he has one, I'm sure.
I believe that it was bodyguards.
But why weren't they patrolling, looking, being, hey, I want officers here because of Charlie's status? I don't understand that.
I don't think that they were also trained to be that type of security. And you have to think Charlie was okay with people being angry with him. He didn't think that somebody would try to attempt, you know, and I think like he even says that with gun rights does come violence, sadly. But if you also think about it, having a straw in your hand comes with violence.
Yep.
Holding a brick comes with violence.
Yep.
How many people die from
having your vehicle comes with violence?
Yes, you can hit people with your vehicle. You can, like I said, kill them with your shoestring of your shoe. You can give them salt, inject them with salt, and it can kill you. So these people that are so upset and so honestly disgusting on their views on why Charlie got killed, they almost think it's justified, because if he would have not supported guns as much as he did, then he would still be alive today. And I don't believe that, because then you would take away every object in America. You would not be able to have anything, because sadly, murder is one of the things that are going to happen no matter what in this country.
Yep.
We have such a high murder rate, I feel like, that it is just, I mean, what do you want?
Yep.
I mean, and most of the time, sadly, if they would have had snipers on the building, they would have taken him out.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's either way you go, you're going to have sides that are this way and that way. But nobody deserved to die.
No, not over an opinion. And obviously, I'm going to say it. I don't care if I get canceled. I just don't care. If you believe in something, whatever it is, if someone's saying something negative about that offends you so bad that you call it violence, like Miss Candace Owens says, get a helmet, get over yourself. I hate to say that. I will teach my son the same way. Like, of course, bullying, that's one thing. Or repeated behavior. You should, like, someone bigger than you picking on you. Okay, that's, yeah. But someone just having a belief for whatever that reason is, it's not hurting anybody. You may think it is because it's hurting your feelings, but it's not hurting anybody. He's not a Nazi thinking that you're not even human. He just doesn't believe in what you think, and that's okay. And I think that's people really are too soft.
That's the thing. He wanted you to come to him
Mm-hmm.
and prove him wrong. That was always the thing, prove me wrong.
And he always says, do you want to do it in a religious way or a non-religious way?
Yes.
Because I can do both. Because people are like, so I'm guessing you don't believe in abortion because of the Bible? He says, I mean, yes, but also no. I can tell you the reasons outside the Bible where I don't believe in it. Mm-hmm. And they hate that because they want you to only base it on religion so that they can prove you wrong.
I think what's crazy to me is I think that Charlie truly was such a great debater. Because he did.
He got a lot better as
in
he...
and out. He could do both. He could...
Mm-hmm.
You could switch it up on him and he would still have a rebuttal. I mean, it was nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
He could come back at you every single direction.
Yep.
He was so good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why so many people liked him. It's because the more that he would speak...
They're like, oh, yeah.
Wait, that makes sense.
Because they can't... He's still coming up on my For You page. It's like Charlie Kirk mentality. And it's like, he really was a very funny person. I'm sure he's still funny. But he just like didn't care. Like he was like bringing you these facts and you would see them like, because they didn't expect him to be able to be like, boom. You know, that's how Charlie Kirk was.
I love that because I think that was one of the funniest things. He would ask.
They're like,
he would ask a question. Well, like, define this for me, or what does this mean to you, or like, what is this?
Yep.
And they couldn't even answer the questions.
Like that little table thing I was talking to you about with the flags. There was one girl that talked about abortion. Of course, she was the first one to run up. Okay. But he was like, what does fetus mean? Because she brought up the word fetus. They think if you replace baby and put fetus, it means...
Like a scientific term that's going to change.
It means baby. And he's like, what does that mean? And she's like, what is this, an effing word class? And he's like, no. He's like, fetus, all it means is that it's a baby in the uterus. That's all it means. Mm-hmm. It's Latin for that. And she just like, you could just tell they get so mad because they want to replace baby as much as they can. Clump of cells, fetus. I'm like, it's zygote. I love that one. It's my favorite. It's like, you guys are crazy. I'm going to tell you something right now. I didn't want to go to my first prenatal appointment until I was pretty far along, like in the first trimester. Because, with my previous experience of pregnancy loss, I was scared to go early because if I didn't hear the heartbeat, I would be traumatized. I could not go. It would be unbearable for me.
Yeah, and it is. You're not supposed to go up until a certain point anyways because your heartbeat is not readable till a certain point.
Because it can start at 6 weeks. They usually don't want to see you until 8, but I still was like, I don't want to see you guys until I'm about 10. I think I was like 9 weeks,
just
5 days.
Just to be safe.
Because it's just hard when all you know is loss. That's all you think about. I still, like, if he's sleeping too long, I'm like, oh, is he still breathing? Because, I mean, your brain is just like that.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, so I saw him at 9 weeks, 5 days along. And if you think about it, you're really not 9 weeks along because they count your first, like, your beginning of your pregnancy as the first day of your last period. So technically, he was only about 5 weeks along. Okay. And guys, I mean, I was thinking, oh, okay, he's going to be about this big and the heartbeat's going to be hard to see. Guys, he was pretty big. He was, if I can put in a picture of my ultrasound, I will. I mean, he was pretty big. And I mean, I could see the heart just thumping. So I'm like, I know everyone has different opinions, but I just think it's a baby. I mean, what's inside your belly is a baby.
Is that most people don't know that you are pregnant until you are anywhere from 4 weeks on.
Yeah.
So the fact that your heartbeat can be beating before you even find out.
Oh, yeah.
And people still have this mentality that it's not life.
It's crazy to me. Me and Ashton were just talking about this today. I'm like, how did I grow this human being? And like, he has ears and toes and he stands. He has muscles and he was in my body. Like, I still can't process I had a baby. That's how crazy it is. But I'm just gonna say, my belief, I don't believe in abortion across anything because you know what? They always want to bring up rape, incest, miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy. That's all. And sometimes they actually bring up stillborn babies. Sick. And I'm going to say this right now. I live in a very red state.
Yes.
I was offered the pill. I was offered the surgery, or I could sadly pass the baby naturally at home, but that is very unsafe. So I went with the surgery, got it immediately. So I hate when people use miscarriage as a reason to defend the reason they want for birth control.
And I will say, like, I think I think even our views are a little bit different on abortion, because I do think that there are some circumstances where I do feel like you should be able to have that choice. And when I say that, I mean rape. Because I do think that it could be toxic for you if you cannot process it in a healthy way and be able to accept that child. I do think it could be toxic for you and the child. I really do believe that. And do I think that they should be given up for adoption? I would love to see that. But sadly, there are so many children in that system that are not adopted, which, don't get me started, because they make it so much harder. I would have 3 already.
Yeah.
You know? But I do think that, you know, incest, or like you see the stories of the 10-year-old girls that have been raped and became pregnant, the ectopic pregnancy. I mean, that is a health concern.
Absolutely.
And I could even imagine, like, you have cancer and you have 3 other children at home. Are you willing? This is going to kill you. And you're going to leave behind your other. I mean, there are some circumstances where it becomes.
And I just don't think it should be political. I think it should be up to the doctor, right?
I don't care who you are going to have to answer for it one day.
Like, I know for me, and it's kind of hard when people do bring up cancer, because my mom, like, when she was pregnant with me, like, she was like, they told me, like, we're terminating. Like, that's what's going to happen. Like, you can't. They're like, why would, you know, like, in their mind,
the
doctor.
Cervical cancer, and mom did.
Yes. And my mom was like, I'm not doing that. And my mom was 21 when she had me.
Close,
21?
Yeah.
Imagine that. So you're 21 years old. You already have 2 kids. You're pregnant with your 3rd. You already find out you have cervical cancer. And my mom, I'm going to say, I was like proud of her, like, because I wouldn't be here. So if she was so scared for her life, I wouldn't be here. My husband wouldn't have me. My son wouldn't be here. So sometimes it's kind of hard in that sense, because I know what I would do as a mom, but I can understand, like, you're leaving behind your kids, wives. Oh, not wives. Well, I mean, I guess for some people, wives. Sorry, I just talk about my own life, but husbands and family and friends and stuff like that. It's just a hard thing. But even Charlie, like, I was actually watching it this morning. He was like, so you're telling me that if somebody is irritated or if somebody makes your life harder, you can just go out and kill them? Because it has a mental toll on you. You can just do that. He's like, what about a single mom who's worked all day and is just irritated with her kid because he's being annoying? Can't she just murder him? Which, in a way, I get what he's saying, but I don't. It's a lot. I think it should be up to the doctor and the patient. But I 100%. Don't think it should be used as, well, I got pregnant. I didn't want to be pregnant.
Which, sadly,
99.4%.
That's it. Right there. And don't tell me that there are not options that you can do, because there are so many people, including myself, that cannot have children that would love to. It would love that opportunity. Yep. And you can say, yes, there's so many out there, and they do make it hard. They do make it very costly. There are things that I think that we should change that should make it easier, make it less
You can't go to an agency and be able to adopt a kid in 3 months. You can't do that.
No.
Even if you're rich. I mean, I guess if you were rich enough, you could offer them more money.
And we're told, I mean, we've looked into it, and we have been told it will be anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000. And that's just in, like, those expenses. And then you have to pay for a home study. And then you're taking care of the medical expenses. I mean, it is, because we were looking into, like, surrogate adoption. You know what I mean?
And actually, they say you can't have any mental diagnosis of, like, of depression, anxiety. You can't be over a certain BMI. You can't be over a certain BMI. There's a lot of stuff I didn't even know. They want you to be a 2-parent home, or if you're a 1-parent, good luck. I mean, I guess I've seen it before, but it's really, really hard. And even in that country, so if you're doing, like, out of country, they have certain beliefs, like, you know what I mean? And you have to meet that.
Oh, and you can start the adoption process while they're in utero. And then they could be 3 overseas by the time that you get that child. I have done so much research on it that it, sadly for me and Dustin, we have just decided that it's just not.
Or you could be preparing for let's just say 6 to 9 months for this baby to come, have everything, and the mother, which I do believe they should have some rights, obviously, because that is their baby at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But how traumatizing is that for you? Because you've already mentally, physically, financially
have
prepared for this baby. Like, you've loved this baby as your own, you know, already. And just to be taken away is really sad.
It is. We
are getting really caught up, but I believe you can have your own values. Like, I'm a woman. I don't think the public, especially America, should be talking about what a doctor would know best, period. So just wanted to clarify that there are different opinions. I'm a woman.
You should be able to have your own opinions, though.
But I feel like I'm a woman, right? I've been through, because technically pregnancy loss, that's just called an abortion. If you look at any of my paperwork, it says
medical abortion.
It says missed abortion.
Or missed abortion. That's what it was.
Because I had a missed miscarriage, which my body didn't recognize that this life no longer was living. So it wasn't taking the proper steps to naturally, I hate to say it because it makes me feel like a piece of crap.
I mean, you think
dispose.
About it. You had also, when that happened, you were not convinced that they were accurate. So you even waited longer.
Because you never know. You hear these stories, right? Like these babies. I was like, maybe this is like my Kickstarter baby. That's what I always said. Maybe they just need a little bit of time. Like maybe wear off. It's just really hard to make that call. But I feel like I did it right because I got a bunch of ultrasounds and I tried and, you know, made sure. Because I'm like, what if, you know, I don't have that thought in my brain. Because I knew, because by the time I got my surgery, the baby was actually shrinking. Which means that this baby was decomposing. And I could, what's that word? It starts with an S that you can get. It's like an infection. It's like deadly. You almost had it.
Sepsis?
Yes. I was told I could also get that if I just, you know, because my body was not taking the steps.
Yeah.
Right.
You can.
So I'm not saying I don't believe in the procedure at all. It just depends on the circumstance at hand.
Right. I just didn't think that, I just don't understand how you just can't, people can't show up and just, what do you think? Well, this is what I think. Why understand, I can respect how you think, but that doesn't mean that I believe in it. But we can still be friends. I mean, we're sisters and we have different opinions on things. And
me and my husband disagree about the biggest thing that you could ever disagree about, religion. And we have a son together. Like, how are we going to raise him? I told Ashton, he's going to be brought, I'm going to teach him that my beliefs, like I believe God is real to me, very important to me. But I said, if Noah doesn't believe, that would hurt me. But I would have to respect that he is a person. He may find God along the way.
And you can only hope that.
I could only hope. And like my husband, like there's some like inklings I can see he has, you know, I'm sure. But I'm not going to push him. He's just one of those people like, I'm not just going to believe because to believe. I want to believe for me.
Dustin has that same, I mean, he believes in something. He doesn't know, he believes in a higher power. And you can only hope that when we die, we go somewhere. And like he believes in God, but there's some, you know, there's some of that doubt. It's like, is that really what it is? Or is it just like something, but like, I believe in God. I believe I believe that when I die, I'm going to go to heaven, or I hope that I will go. They
say like, if you struggle with that, you're already understanding, because the whole thing is admitting that you're a sinner. I am not a good person. Because I only believe that there was one man that walked on this earth that was a good person, that always had the good intentions, that always wanted what was best for you, that
Jesus
never
Christ
went behind
himself.
your back. Exactly. So the fact that you can go, oh, I don't know, am I going to go to heaven? You're already admitting that you don't deserve it. Boom. And they always do your ABCs. That's what I was taught, right? In Vacation Bible School. A, admitting that you're a believer, but you're also a sinner. No. A, admitting that you're a sinner. B, believing that Jesus is the Son of God and he's died for you and he's the reason. And then C, confessing your sins. The ABCs, right?
I love that. I think that's actually really good.
So that's awesome. What always helps me. I'm like, you know, yeah. But I'm not saying, oh, just because you believe and you know that you're going to get to heaven. I think God knows your heart, and people are, you know, but I didn't do this. I'm not doing that. I don't do this enough. I don't read my Bible like I should. But, you know, they even say like, you know, taking care of your child, that's a form of serving God. You know, being married and loving your husband and your wife and committing your life to them and loving them and being there, being a great partner for them. That's God's ministry too.
100%.
So you can just be building God's ministry about your children, getting them into the kingdom of heaven. So I think people always think they have to be the ones going out and preaching or going out doing this. Like, I know I'm a good mom. I can lead my children to do that. And sometimes other people, like my mom's just like, you just always know so much. And I'm like, sometimes I really don't. I really, really don't. It's just sometimes I just get to thinking and I'm like, even last night, what was I was talking about sleep and I was like, I was talking to Ashton, like, sometimes I hate that I sleep because I've been staying up till like 2:00 in the morning and functioning somehow. And I'm like, I wish I didn't have to sleep. I could get so much done. And then I was thinking, you know why? God could make us that way. We didn't have to eat, sleep, do anything. But I think the reason he rested and he wanted us to rest. He says that we are workers. And you got to admit, when you're cleaning your home and you're out there in your yard, even though it's like, oh, you feel so good, right?
You do.
My mom said this thing when I was like in a depression. I love gardening flowers now because of her. I like touching them, feeling them, being there, putting something in the ground, like giving something back.
It's almost like you're giving life to the earth. I don't know. Yeah.
Mowing the yard. I like mowing the yard, surprisingly. I like mowing the yard. As long as there's not like a bunch of like holes and stuff. But I do like doing it. Mom's like, I like to do this stuff because she's like, I know I'm alive. When I feel tired, I'm sweating, she's like, I know that I'm alive. And ever since she said that, that's how I view it now.
I think that's a healthy way to view it. I think that's amazing to feel that way.
Because they say that's what we're going to be doing in heaven.
But you think about it, oh man, doesn't that just sound
We
amazing?
all have like different jobs. I think mine would definitely be the babies. I think mine would because there's just something about even someone else's baby, just holding that baby, teaching them. Seeing, like when I see Noah do something every day that is new, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not trying to cry because I can cry over anything. I started crying over like Gilmore Girls. I used to be like a heart of stone. You couldn't make me cry.
Oh my God, she did.
I'm like, okay, so what? He did that. Who cares? But now I'm like, oh my gosh, look what he's doing. I can't. But I mean, just seeing him thrive and learn. And I'm like, by the way, he's 9 months and can say mama. The hardest word for them to say, okay? I did that.
Genius. He's Einstein. Who cares?
He's going to be a doctor. I told him he was going to be a doctor. I told him that. That's one of the things I really want to talk about on our podcast. I think is heaven. I think that'd be a really fun thing, religion. Because I think some people are like, don't talk about it. Why not? It's like we all question it. We all, like sometimes I doubt. I'm like, how can there be a God, right? Like, how can there be God? I can't see him. There's things that do happen.
That you wonder if there was a God, then why would he let this mass shootings happen? Why would he let my significant other die? Yeah.
And like I even question like, right, like I'm a believer in God. Why? So if God knew, right, that my pregnancy was not going to last, why would he let me get pregnant with that baby? Why wouldn't he save the baby? Why couldn't he make the different DNA? And I was kind of mad at God for a little bit. Like I was like, why would you do this to me? I think when you know your creator, right, you praise him for being the life, the giver of life. He could do anything. He could stop all these wars and everything. And why wouldn't he just do this for me? Why wouldn't he do this for me? But I think this is what I told myself the other day. God made the world, right? You know, he made the world. He set it with these rules. He wanted it this way. Who broke that? Humans did. And people are like, well, why would God give us temptation? Because he didn't want you to be a slave. How wonderful is that? He didn't want you to be like, we would only love God because that's the only we could do. We could only follow God. We're slaves. And I think we would still break from that. We would eventually start to question that, you know. But
I love listening to Kirsten talk about religion. Makes my brain think.
But I think that like, you know, God, yeah, he could, but this world is being ran by man, right? So man wants to destroy the world, they're the ones that create the wars. They're the ones that create the violence. They're the ones that cause these things to happen. But you want God to fix it all. It's always God's fault. But he didn't make it that way. We made it this way. So it's really hard.
We have made our choices. God has given us the ability to think for ourselves.
And I used to get really offended why people would say this when something bad happens. I hate when people say it's God's plan. And this used not to comfort me, but now it does. Because God says, my son went through it. And when I thought about that, I'm like, he sent his son to die for me. And he did not have to. I'm undeserving. And to really understand that I am undeserving of that, because I've been a horrible person. I have. I've done horrible things I can't believe I've ever done. Talked about people, betrayed people, lied, stole. Oh, I didn't really steal. I don't know. But you've done all these things, right? And you just feel like a horrible person. And to really understand that you don't deserve it, his son was sacrificed. I mean, and have to watch that and know he could stop it, but he know he couldn't for all of us.
Let it happen.
So he's like, I love my son, but I love I love them too. And it's like, how do I? Even Jesus didn't want to die. He cried out to God, which is kind of crazy because he is part God, the Holy Trinity. It's trippy. It's trippy. But I'm like, I lost my pregnancy. But I think the thing God says that it gives you perseverance. It builds your character to go through things. And I think that's even greater. To know that like I can face this, and I have faced it at my lowest when I didn't think I was going to get out of it, and because I trusted in God, I got through it. So I think sometimes, like, I know that's not some people are like, that doesn't help me, that's not comforting, but if you start to think this way,
though.
God had to also endure pain.
Yes.
So
and
we
still
do
does
too.
by
still
watching
does.
it. Look, he is watching over us all the time, and all the stuff that's happening in the world. Think about how he must feel.
Oh yeah.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, God must be looking down on us and be just so sad. And so I wouldn't know. Like, he just must feel so much hurt, so much pain, that people that he loves so much are acting this way.
And has done the ultimate sacrifice, literally sacrificed himself.
And then they betray him.
And that's still not enough. Still not enough.
No. It's
human hearts. But I think, like, even when I told you like a few weeks ago, I'm going back through Genesis because that is one of my favorite books in the Bible. Love Genesis. I love it. It's so much more than just the creation. But I was like, I really want to read the creation again. Because we just read it like, yeah, he made this, and that. Like, it's nothing. He made this whole planet in 6 days.
He made everything.
He made everything with like his mouth, except for us humans. That was the only thing he wanted in his likeness and in his image, and he made it by his hands from the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life in our nostrils. He didn't do that with the animals. He didn't do that with the sun and the moon. And those are beautiful. I mean, that is beautiful, but look how he made me and you. And when people are like, well, how was God just always here? That is trippy. Like, but God, we have rules, right? We live and we die, sadly. And we live in this, we can't go back in time, which I don't believe in time travel. I'm sorry. I don't think you can be Christian and believe in time travel. I think God set these rules. I don't believe we can leave the earth. But God doesn't have those rules. He is the creator of those rules. So when you try to put God in our same situation, it doesn't work. But how do you believe in the Big Bang Theory? How does nothing create something? That even conflicts with science itself. So I told Ashton, I said, you can think, I said, religion and science are both crazy to believe in. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you mean 100%. I think about things in both lights sometimes. If I'm watching like a documentary or whatever, I think and they're telling you, hey, this is science. But I'm thinking like, but is that because God is the creator of all? So how does that, it conflicts. I think, and it will always.
I think there
like
are always.
You said, God wants you to have doubt.
How do you say it? Like, I think it's healthy to have doubt.
Yes.
Because if you never, ever question something you believed in, that gets really, where it's almost like you're blindly following it. Well, whatever. I'm just going to believe whatever.
But
I don't care.
You don't truly believe it.
You're like, I just know it. I know it. That's all. That's it. But that's not healthy. You need, like, I believe in this because I know, and I think also God is a feeling too. Like, I've personally have felt God. And that's why anytime I have doubt, I'm like, even after that, like years later, like I was going through a very hard time in my life, and I was like, I don't think I believe in God anymore. But that, I think, was a demon attached to me telling me, well, look what he's always done. I mean, you really think God's real? Look how you feel. You wouldn't feel this way if there was God. But that's just, I really do believe it's a lot of spiritual warfare people are under.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize it. But that is definitely a really good episode you're going to have to do.
Yeah, because I tell you what, Kirsten is the...
They call me the preacher, and I'm like, I literally don't know anything.
She can speak so well when it comes to religion that it makes you sit back and think, and it's like...
Because I think it's my own thoughts I have. Like, that's how I really
You're
think.
such a good speaker that I swear that you could be great in TED Talks. Like,
I need to
would
do a
come
TED
to
Talk.
see you to TED Talk.
Everyone tells me I should still try to become a teacher. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I think
there's so much politics into
teaching. That's why I got out of it.
It's just not.
I'm like, I want to teach my son.
I know a lot of people that have left teaching because of it.
I'd be a really good Sunday school teacher. I would do it for free. It's even sick. They don't even do it for free.
Yeah.
That is something we need to do. Mr. Joel Osteen kind of people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But even like local churches, they get paid to do that. I'm going to say that right now.
Well, and like, if you listen, this kind of brings back Charlie into this,
Mm-hmm.
but yesterday, Erica Kirk released a video.
Oh my gosh. It was so hard not for me to cry.
Yeah, I did cry. I cried, I think, the whole way home. We had went to a date,
mm-hmm.
and we were on the way back home, and I saw Kirsten text me and said, hey, Erica just posted something
on YouTube.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So on the way home, I was listening to it through the car so Dustin could hear it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just cried so hard. I mean, it was just, it's terrible.
I'm surprised she could do it.
You can tell though, and like she says, the battle cry of this widow will be heard
absolutely
around the world. And you can tell that she is, and she says she's not going to let her husband's
thing die.
Yeah, he will not die. Like, he will still, people will not forget his name. She will make sure that Turning Point USA still goes forward. She will make sure that they push Charlie's beliefs and, well, even her beliefs. I mean, because she believes in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
They will still move on. They are still going to go through with this tour.
His kids, I'm telling you, when they are grown, they are going to kick the doors down.
Yes.
They will, especially, I think once they know the severity of, like, this is why my dad died, really? Because, I mean, they're going to have to be sat down one day and being like, this is why.
I mean, and yesterday, I mean, she even says, like, Gigi came into her room or ran up to her and was like, I missed you, Mommy. Where's Daddy? And she's like, what do you tell? I mean, she just starts crying. What do you tell your 3-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
And she told him that he's on a work trip with Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Because they can't even understand it.
No.
Like,
he's never going to walk through the door. He's never going to hold her hand. He's never going to sit her down and talk to her about God. He's never going to, I mean, he won't be there for her weddings, her babies. She will not even sadly probably remember him.
No.
Because she's so young and not even, I mean, their son is only
16 months, I believe.
I would say a little over a year, I believe. But they will never remember him. And but I love it that she was strong enough to go on.
I think she felt like she had to. Like, these people, I mean, the outcry for Charlie, and she's like, and they say the reason that this hit you so hard is because he was in the body of Christ, like we are in the body of Christ. And you feel that, like, that is like almost like my soul knows your soul, even though I have never met you before. And I think once you take the man out of the turning point, right? Get him out of the conference in your brain. He was a person.
A human.
His daughter running up, excited to see him.
Taking her shopping, buying her what she wants.
He's like, are you sure you deserve that baby doll? You've been good? A good girl? He's like, that's a lot. I mean, you'd have to be like super good to get that.
Okay, I'll buy it for you.
Like, he always did.
He loved his kids. He loved his wife, and I think it's really awesome. Like, I was going back.
She'll never remarry.
No, I don't think so either. I truly believe that was the love of her life. I mean, the way they met, I think, was so almost biblical.
Yeah.
It was like it was meant to happen.
I think I'm going to have a hot take here. And I know people are going to, I don't care. It's just what I believe in. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, God, I get nervous. What is it?
I don't care. I think 90% of people don't find their soulmates. I think you grow to love a person and they stick with it. And I think that's why you see a lot of burnout. Because I don't think that they're truly with the person they were made for. I think you can grow to love. I think you can fight for it. But I don't think love should be hard. No, the love of the person. And I think when you, like, remarry, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, if you found that person, you would never remarry. There's nobody that could ever fill that or even help with it. Period.
That's why I had this conversation with Dustin. about if anything was to happen to him, I would never get over it. I would never be able to move on.
Mm-mm.
For me, and like I think I put myself, like last night Dustin was very quiet on the way home as I was listening to this thing from Erica, and I was just silently crying. I mean, like, and not like just tears, but I was like bawling,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to be quiet as I'm listening to this. And then after it ended, we were probably about 5 minutes from home,
Mm-hmm.
and we're taking the back roads home, and it's real dark, and I roll my window down, and I'm just like looking at the sky, and it's like really pretty last night. There was like stars
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, and I was like real quiet, and he goes, "Honey, like what's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And he's like, "Well, tell me what's on your mind." And I just thought, if I was in her position and that was you, I just don't know if I could ever go on. Like I could ever get over it. If I could ever, and like, could I live? Yes, but I think I would just be so devastated that I would never find another person.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't want to. Like what we have is so great that I don't think that I would ever want to. And that's how I feel like you would feel with Ashton. I think you guys are soulmates.
I've never believed in it. Like, I mean, I guess when I was younger, in like my teenage years, I hope I find my soulmate. I hope I get married. But then I kind of started. I was like, well, I think you just find a person that you communicate well with. They're funny. They're cute. You marry them. That's just what you do in life. But my mom, she always like really talks to me a lot about Ashton. And she even told me, she's like, I was talking to, like, it's her aunt, my great aunt. She's like, I was talking to Patsy, and she's like, I brought up Ashton, and she was like, I just can't say enough about Ashton with how much he's grown.
Yes.
He does, I always say that he does the things I'm scared to do. And he can tell me he's scared, but he's still going to do it anyway.
He's also one that can bring you back to a grounded form, because I don't even think we can.
He's so calm.
Yes. It's
and
odd.
It's so like he really is a rock. And I'm more like, I used to be like, spit spat, try me, you're gonna hear from me. I'm like kicking the doors down. That I still have that fire. I can read.
Turning Point needs to hire you.
They need to, because I'm telling you, mess with me. Jump, frog, jump.
That's the motto she's been saying forever.
Actually, he gets so mad at me when I say it, because I'm like, he'll say something, I'm like, do something. Jump, frog, jump. I want you to. I'm like, I want you to do it because I've been dying to do it, But Mom always says that we're like yin and yang. It's like literally the like polar opposites, but it just works. And sometimes like opposites don't work like people think.
But for some reason with you and Ashton, it does.
I think a lot of times people, like especially men, I hate to say it, women are emotional. We are, because I can feel that. Cause we're nurturers, we're supposed to be. We have that. Men don't. They can. Like, I'm not saying they're not emotional, but not as emotional, not as connected to it. Like, I can literally feel it in my heart. When I'm upset, when I'm mad, when I'm happy, it's like my heart skips a beat. I can feel that, or my heart sinks down to my stomach. Women feel all of those emotions. I don't know. It's just, and Ashton, he's like rock solid. He's fine. Like, I'm thinking clearly when I can't. And it's like, you really have to have a partner that can deal with your crash outs, can deal with you being mad, and just be calm and just sit there and be like, it's fine, it's okay.
And I think she had that with Charlie.
Yeah.
You can see it.
They should bring out something in you. Like, I feel like I've really calmed. Listen, I have really bad anxiety, really, really bad. Some days it gets to me where I cry because it's so frustrating to be in that mind. But I'm unmedicated, so try me on a bad day.
Oh my God.
Try me on a bad day. I have threatened to light people on fire. It will happen. Maybe. Off the record.
No, Kirsten, we don't support violence.
I don't, but sometimes just let them feel a little bit of a burn, and
She means like metaphorically.
Metaphorically, let them feel the burn a little bit, and then pour some water out, so they would know that you're serious. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do think she found that, and she won't find it again.
And she won't find it again, and it's sad that she will have to go on. But I'm happy that she has the strength and the courage to go on. And like she says, all the evildoers that are in this world that brought this upon Charlie, you have no idea what you've released. Because I think, like Dustin said last night, you thought you were going to silence
That's
America,
what I thought.
this is going to wake them up, and it already has, and it's building.
I'm like, did you think it was going to shut down this way of thinking?
No.
No, it's not. A lot
Now
of what
enraged us.
A lot of what he believes in is just what everybody's thinking.
It's facts. It's straight facts. He has never said anything.
Because I think that's why they get mad. Like, you talk a lot about, like, I think I'm a lot like that. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And a lot of these people I don't like him, they just, well, my feelings. This is how I feel, though. Like, you can't take away how no, we can't. But that's not fact, though. Like, I'm not going to say that.
You can have your own feelings on it, but, like, it's not fact.
Like, some people think I'm a horrible person, but some people think I'm a great person. I don't care what you think or what you feel. I'm just me. You know what I mean? So, like, are you going to is it going to be fact I'm a horrible person? Is it going to be fact I'm a great person? Mm-hmm. I don't think I fit into either of those. I think everyone's just kind of like, you can be good and you can be bad. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot. But let's get back to the timeline because we've talked a lot about other things like we usually do. So at 2:22 p.m., the police department announces that the enemy is at large. We do not have a suspect in custody. But what was interesting, because this happened in real time for us, so I think that's why me and you were like, so crazy, because like usual true crimes, like it's like in the past, we were seeing this like,
as it was happening.
Yes, like crazy. Like I remember I came home from work and I'm like, no, this is a hoax. Charlie gonna live forever. You know, like President Trump, like that man was gonna live forever. I promise you. He took a bullet to the ear. Like he ain't going nowhere.
The bullet to the ear. Let's not forget it.
Fight. I like the mentality. I think he's just a funny dude outside of politics. But his just way of thinking, he's getting too old too.
Yeah, no joke.
He's a little funny. Whether you like him or not, it's kind of funny. But what was crazy, right? I was like, oh yeah, I know it's this old man because this old man said he was the one that shot Charlie Kirk. Like that's something proud to say. I think it's a very, I really want to say the word, but I don't want to say it on the internet. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this old man had to be in his 70s. They were dragging, like they had to pick him up, like almost like a sack of potatoes, like his hands and his feet up to carry him. He would stop.
Had fallen down.
Oh yes.
And he was telling everybody to go fuck themselves because they were screaming at him and saying,
you're a monster.
You're a monster. Shame on you. How could you?
I'm just going to say that when you do those things, it just makes them feel so good about what they just did. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't even bother with doing that.
No, but he was later released. Turns out it was not him. I want to say that he was charged with maybe obstruction of justice or something.
I'm sure.
For falsely admitting. And
because they could have been looking for other people.
While they
you know
were
what I
doing
mean?
This. Yes.
Because who's to say that guy wouldn't shoot just now he shot somebody and that adrenaline's going, you know?
He's going to go around just popping everybody.
Oh, well, you believe in just a mass murder could have happened. Mm-hmm. So you got to understand that part. And so around 2:40, President Trump does announce that Charlie has sadly died due to his injuries in his neck. And there was, and I think maybe there still is, conspiracies going around that I've seen that Charlie is still alive. They talk a lot about his ring. His ring, like, from how it looked, like, went from his ring finger to his pinky. But it's just the way that the mic was grabbing and the graininess of the video. Mm-hmm. So just stop posting stuff like that because it kind of got me happy when I seen that, oh, maybe he still is alive and they're just... He is no longer with us.
No. I don't think that somebody like Erica would let that stand. I just really don't. I mean, she's just lost. You can just see it that Charlie's gone.
Charlie's gone. And I think we need to, that's how you start to stop with the AI.
Stop with the AI. That is, I think AI is one of the most sick things because it gives you so much false hope.
Yes.
They're not alive. And we just watched, I mean, if you guys watched that, I mean, who hasn't seen it, sadly? Mm-hmm. But what we just watched was so traumatizing. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to make it okay.
Yeah.
It happened. We all saw it fall out. Like, just stop.
Yeah. And they're also going around saying that Erica was pregnant and she was wanting to tell Charlie after this event, stop doing that.
Stop doing that. That's sick.
Because especially if she is, I'm sure this is going to, and she already has 2 kids. I'm sure this is already very difficult. Mm-hmm. So unless it comes from her mouth, stop making up rumors for the likes on TikTok because you're not getting paid for it anyway.
Yes, and let her grieve. Mm-hmm. Not even 72 hours ago, her husband was shot dead.
instantly. I mean, he was there was no heavy, which I don't know what is worse sometimes, you know, like he didn't even get to say a last word to her.
No.
So, I mean,
And
his daughter was in the
saying,
crowd and she wanted to run to her dad. And so please stop.
which I'm not even sure if that's fully true or not.
Really?
But that's what people are saying.
I told Ashton, I thought that was fact, but I told Ashton, I said, I don't think that they are ever like, I think they're like on the scene there, but they're not
physically at the debate.
Because obviously, you know, I'm sure his kids don't need to be hearing that he's all these names and hearing that kind of talk. I wouldn't want that around my kid.
Yeah. So I think they were maybe there in the area, but weren't really there. But we also don't know that, and that's all up for speculation. Unless she tells you what's actually happened, but you won't know until then. But just leave it alone, people. I think it's so sad to sit here and see all of the conspiracies and the made-up stuff. You know, at this point, we can only hope that this Tyler guy is the person that did this, and he did it for whatever reasons that he did it for, which I saw today that on the news that he had been living with a partner. His partner was a transgender.
Did not know that.
That has come out today. I read that on the news this morning. That he was living with his partner who was transgender, and that, you know, that's probably a lot of the reason why this happened. But people have got to stop the conspiracies. And let me tell you something. We can only hope that this is the person. We're going to get justice for Charlie and for Erica and their children. Hopefully this will change the ways that maybe we'll have more security at debates and stuff like this. It will help prevent something like this from happening again. God will take care of this. God is the one that will make that ultimate decision, and it needs to be left in that.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think that people putting their opinions and their nasty comments, like, and there's not very many of them, I will say that. There is a lot more people that are so supportive of Charlie and that
it doesn't always have to be for his movement. It's just like, why kill somebody? Like,
no.
Even like
even if you don't believe in their beliefs, which I do see a lot of those comments too, like, I don't support Charlie's beliefs, but he was a person, he was a father, he was a husband, a son, he didn't deserve this. No, nobody does. No one deserves to die at the hands of another person. No. Ever. I don't care who you are, if you are the world's most prolific serial killer. I don't think that anybody should kill another human. But let me just say that as much as I believe in not taking a life, I almost have that to where he should get the death penalty.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. Yep.
But it's also, I find it very conflicting in my head on that because, for one, I do feel like you would suffer more in prison for life, not having any of those. But then again, you also think, like,
we're paying for him. We
pay for him. They get this commissary. They can get takeout food brought to them. They get to see their families. And Charlie's they will never see him again. They will never get any of that. So I feel so conflicted in it that sometimes I think that death penalty should be a thing, and then it's hard, but I almost do believe that in this, I hope that he does. I only believe that it's right, and I've been seeing people post the same thing. And I don't know if you saw this. I thought it was really awesome. Did you see Erica's vlog from yesterday that she posted of Charlie's body and with the casket? And
I seen the casket. I didn't see the video, but I've seen the...
She posted it on her Instagram story, and it was kind of like a video blog of them bringing Charlie back home.
Yes.
And of her being with him in his suit in the casket, and she's grabbing his hand, and she's saying, "Baby, I love you, and God blesses you, and you know, I'm gonna miss you," and all this stuff. And I think it's really awesome that when they brought him home on Air Force 2, which I think that was extremely nice of the vice president and his wife to make a special trip there to get him.
Yeah.
when they brought him home as they were landing, the traffic controller was like, "Welcome home, Charlie. You didn't deserve it. May God bless your family."
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it just broke me. Like, I gotta start crying again because it is just so.
It's just hard.
It is so hard, and I just don't think that anybody deserves that, let alone somebody who was just trying to bring God into people's lives. I feel like, really.
And you don't have to accept it. That's a lot with Christianity. God tells you. What is. Sorry. There's like a phrase I'm trying to find in my brain. But he said, all are called, many are called, but only few will come.
Yep.
That is true. That's why they say, like, stairway to heaven, highway to hell. It is a lot easier to get to hell, a lot harder to be, because you have to have that discipline, that love, that faith. How amazing is it that you have faith? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have to see you, but I know you're there. You're all around me. But God even said the best thing you could ever do in your life is to lay your life down for a friend.
Amen.
All of us, but especially in the name of his Savior, which is amazing.
It is.
But back to the timeline of everything, because well, honestly, probably everybody knows about it at this point. Because it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. But around 4 p.m. on the 10th, they actually had a second suspect in custody investigating, which obviously turned out not to be true. At 4:21, the FBI post on X, which I hate that. I like to call it Twitter. I'm sorry. It's always been Twitter to me.
Oh, the X. Yes.
I can't stand X. That the suspect who killed Kirk is in custody. But we see a lot of this, like, oh, we have a suspect. Never mind. Suspect. Never mind. I feel like that's how it was all day.
Yes, 100% whether or not it was actually going to be legit.
Yes.
But if you think back, they announced the morning before the guy, or Tyler, was caught, they had him in custody. They had done a conference over the news and showed the video footage that had been enhanced by the FBI, I believe, that shows the suspect running it, the backside of the building, okay, that the suspect was on. They show him running across the building with a bag on his hand, and then he kind of lowers himself and jumps off the building, which it wasn't a very high building, so it was.
Yeah, it was.
He wasn't gonna die, sadly, and then you see him run across the lawn, and because there was not many people that were there, that were not on the debate floor, it was like a ghost town on that side. So there wasn't many people. I think there was like 1 or 2 people that were walking. But they were walking this way, and then he was running this way. They probably didn't see him. But then they catch him running into like this. There's like a neighborhood almost that kind of goes behind this university. He runs through the wood line, and in this wood line is where the FBI, because they had tracked where he ran, they find this assault rifle. This is the weapon that they believe killed Charlie Kirk. And they had released more footage of the suspect running through the neighborhoods, because a lot of people have Ring cameras or some kind of doorbell camera on their front door security system, because we do live in such a dangerous time.
Sadly.
Because I have a camera on every corner of my house, including a doorbell. But they had released it, and he was like limping, and they think that he had stuffed this rifle down his pants, which I just don't believe how that's possible. But that's what they're thinking, or either he hurt his leg, maybe jumping off the roof.
I'm sure he hurt his leg, because I know that they actually found the rifle in the woods. And then they actually release these photos of what we know is Tyler. And actually what's so crazy, his dad was like recognized. He actually went to Tyler and was like, you need to turn yourself in. And he did, was like at first like, no, but then he did actually confess to his dad in the place that he was the one. And his dad was actually friends with the youth pastor who is a U.S. Marshal, like special task, something like that. And he was like, leave him there. Keep him there. Whatever you do, keep him there. But there's a lot of controversy, I would say, with the suspect, because there's a lot of the pictures and the videos that were going around, and then him getting his mugshot done. It's kind of hard to say.
It is
I
very
do
hard.
see like some. I'm like, does the nose look weird? Does like the jawline look weird?
I feel like the photo that they released, that they enhanced really well, it had a lot of definition to this picture. And this man looked older than what Tyler is. I say this man looked to be like in his 30s, and Tyler looks to be in his early 20s. It looks so different. So I'm like, is this the real person?
Yeah.
But again, you fall into that conspiracy. And at this time, I mean, it's got to end somewhere. And the shoes that he was wearing are these same shoes that he has in photos on Facebook. I mean,
It could be lots of things.
How does your own dad come to you and be like, this looks like you, did you do this?
Yeah. I think it'd be very hard, but there's a lot of people who are like, like I'm telling you, people said they would die for their kid. I would be tortured for my child. And I'm telling you, I'm sure I'd be in a lot of pain.
Would you turn him in?
Hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. I'm sorry if you do something wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, what does that say about me? Like, you did something wrong and you should pay the full price of the law.
I agree.
And more importantly, you'll pay the full price of God. But that's another thing.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I would do anything for my child, but I'm making him think that that's okay, that mommy's going to baby you. No, you lost that when you took somebody else's life, period. Especially someone like this.
Because not one parent teaches you that it's okay to kill another person.
What, you gonna kill me if you don't like me? That's how I would think. I honestly don't know if I could look at my son like a son anymore.
But they said his views had started changing rapidly. On like, I think he became more like liberal, and he had different views when it came to like politics. He had changed a lot.
I will say that I've seen like people make nasty remarks about Charlie, which I definitely want to dive into because I think it's necessary. Because I'm just tired of people thinking they can just say certain words or let their feelings get out of control where it justifies a human life.
People are getting fired over their post. Good, you fucking earned that when you posted that disgusting comment. Because whatever place that you work for, like these professors or these big corporations that they have posted, you have earned the right to be fired because you have brought a bad look on that company that you work for. Well, how dare you?
I'm just going to say this right here. They say, this is what a lot of people like Kaitlyn mentioned the quote, to have firearms, there is risk of gun violence.
Yes. Which is true.
It is true. Like you have a motor vehicle. What's the first law of driving? Look out for other drivers. Boom. Period. Okay? You can't always trust other drivers. That's what they teach you so you can become defensive, okay?
People kill themselves by taking their vehicle, going 90 and hitting another car. Yep. And then killing those people.
So for people, so I'm just going to say that right there. But even Charlie, I think Charlie does now. I don't think he thinks, oh, I don't deserve to die. But I mean, he didn't. I didn't mean it like that. But even he knew, like, this is the consequence of someone deranged. But it's not always like people blame the gun, and I just never. And I get kind of scared sometimes around guns because you never know.
Because they can take your life.
They can misfire, and if you do it like not properly, I have a son like. But you also teach them. Yes. Of course, put it up when they're young when they can't understand, but you teach them. A father said, I should be able to have a gun on this table and my 8-year-old not touch it. Because you need to teach them that this is going to hurt, that they are not supposed to touch it, and to teach them eventually how to use a firearm. They need that because I'm telling you, you can take all the guns from the good people, but the bad people will always have them. You think that they're under the law?
I almost want to clap on that.
Like, seriously.
That is true.
It's so true.
And it doesn't matter if you make them illegal or not. The bad ones
so
will
drugs.
Always find a way to get them.
Because, you know how much cocaine we have in this country? That gets smuggled in every single day. Yep. Let's talk about the children that are being sex trafficked right now. That's illegal. And how many children are missing right now?
People are just so bent out of shape about gun violence because of the school shootings. And
it's tragic.
Why don't we arm these teachers? We should have every teacher armed.
But I also say, instead of that, and here it is. Like, I know you can't believe it, but I'm not really supportive of Donald Trump. There's some things that I think he did that was great, but day one, and yes, our border is an issue. I don't care what you think about immigration. With the good comes the bad.
Every country you go to, you have to go about being a citizen legally in that country. Mm-hmm. If they find you, they're going to deport you. It is not just America, people. That's what pisses me off so bad. It's because they think it's just Americans. Mm-hmm. Every country is like this.
Yes.
You can't just come in undocumented and expect not to have consequences.
You can't even go to your doctor's office without an insurance card. I mean, what do you expect?
Do you know what I mean? A driver's license, social security card. I mean, I don't know how they get away with it so long.
I don't either.
And do I think that you should be able to come into our country to escape?
Because we're all immigrants.
Yes.
My ancestors came here, but you have to I hate to say it, yes, I wish that America could fix all the country's problems, but we are also a problem. But I'm talking just safety in general. Mm-hmm. But that can't happen. I'm sorry. They have to do it the right way. I want a lot of money. Yes. I want to buy a home. I'm not going to rob a bank and then expect people to say that was right for me to do because I need a home. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is so twisted thinking.
People
you are
don't
not
understand
above
that,
it.
though. People don't understand that. People,
it's horrible.
Just think that we should be able to do whatever we want. If we were able to do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, it'd be chaos.
This world would already be gone.
Yes. We have to have some kind of
boundaries
order.
And laws and rules and you don't always like it. I'm sure my son doesn't like it when I tell him no about digging in the litter box, but there has to be rules. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't let your kids rule you.
You would be in chaos, and I don't care who you are. You are dumb, and I'm sorry if you think that.
But the only problem I had, I'm with how much he's taken into the, illegal immigrants that are here and the border, getting that controlled. I said, why can't you use that same energy towards our schools? I said it to my mom. And she even gave me yeah, I get it. Because why? I mean, these babies, no matter how old they are, even if they're my age, I feel like I'm 50, but these people's children, and just people in general, are getting hurt. And why aren't we having police officers or National Guard or something protecting these schools? I'm sorry. It's just horrible.
It is.
The last thing I want to talk about regarding Charlie Kirk is the same hate comment I keep seeing, and I'm going to say it. Now, they'll start off, no one deserves to die. Cool. I'm glad that we can agree on that. Mm-hmm. But they're with how much violence he invoked on the trans community and to the gays and to the LGBTQ plus, I don't even know anymore. Violence? Do you mean words? Words, yes.
That just means that you're a puss and your feelings run your entire fucking life. And let me tell you, the world is against you. Mm-hmm. It will always be against you. Buckle the fuck up, like Hannah says. Put your helmet on, bitch.
I don't think she uses the B word. But if I let my feelings control me, I wouldn't get out of bed. I sure wouldn't have fought depression. Because let my feelings just run amok. I am depressed. I'm stupid. I'm fat.
Why do you let people care so much about what? Why does people's opinions on your, and not even you, it's those people in general as a whole. Mm-hmm. Why does that affect you so bad? Why should you care that much? Then maybe
you're
he has
doubting
some truth to what they're saying. That's why you feel so much hate. That's why you get so angry and defensive.
Because I'm I told Ashton, I said, if someone told me they could literally spit my face. Well, if they spit my face, I probably would punch their teeth in. But God's still working on me, so I have an excuse.
Amen. Holy.
God's still holding me back. I'm a project. I'm a work in progress. But if someone could spit in my face metaphorically, don't try it. Don't try it.
She will let you on fire.
I would. But you could tell me, your God's not real. Your God's so stupid. I mean, look what he doesn't do anything. He's not even real. You're stupid. You call me every name in the book. I'm okay. Sure,
And
cool.
then move on.
I'm glad that you believe that. That's amazing for you because you seem very happy when you're saying those words, but that's not going to stop my belief. I had this conversation with my mom. I said, Charlie Kirk is not
It's
my
what kills
favorite
me.
debater.
I'm
Like,
That's
what
why I think-
violence? You know, what's
But
more
I did like
violent?
his
His
words
He was very
or the
funny.
gun.
He always
I did
kind of
think
made
he
me
was
laugh
funny.
the way he said things. And people always hate on his looks. I'm like, well, he's not for you. Okay. Like I told my mom.
Well, that's just mean.
It is. And she's like, oh, your smile. And he's like, what? Smiling's weird. She's like, no, just your smile. And he literally, I'm just going to tell you, Charlie did not care. Still not care. You know what I mean? He just was one of those people that you really have to admire. Like he didn't even give a look like, did you just say that to me? It was just like he didn't care. He just kept smiling at her.
like-
I just thought it was so funny.
I loved it. Pick up the mic.
I'm just gonna tell you, people don't. You wouldn't think I would like South Park because I'm a prude and things.
We love us on South Park.
You think I'm one of those women that see his shoulder and like have just faint? I love South Park. That is one of my favorite shows ever, and it's so funny to me.
Their Charlie Kirk episode.
He
Iconic.
loved it.
He
And a lot of
did.
people take offense to it, but he's like, when you are like that recognizable and you get to be on South Park and they actually want to do a whole show about me and so accurately, like from the drinking of the water bottle
Yep.
up and down the mic, that is just, I'm
Yep.
sorry. If Erica continues and actually is the one speaking, she needs to do the mic thing because it is just so funny.
It is. I would love to see her carry it.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, she looks really nice and really sweet. I bet she is
No.
like a fire.
Because you could tell last night in her video that the look she gave, she is not one to be fucked with.
Not now.
No.
Not now. But
Well, just like Charlie wasn't. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean like violence, but like they will stand the ground. They will not fault. Like they
which is very
are
admirable.
such a presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that she carries it.
To know
Or-
you're gonna go into somewhere and like you're just hated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, he did have some people come up to the mic that loved him, but I mean, just to be hated. I mean, it's.
I mean, he got death threats all the time, they said.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Oh yeah.
And he still went out and did what he did. He still spoke the word of Christ.
Yep.
He still went out there and did what he loved to do. And it was all about making America better. And that's what just is sad. And to think some little fucking twerp, whatever the fuck you want to call him,
Twerp, you stupid. I haven't heard that in a long time. That's crazy.
decides to go out and take someone out. Like, to me, you're scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even deserve to live.
I'm like, why couldn't you just, instead of being a twerp, like Kaitlyn says, I'm gonna start saying that now.
I love it. It's iconic. I'm bringing it back.
You're thinking of a dweeb.
Dweeb, that's what it is. But
A
twerp,
dweeb.
twerp and dweeb. Where did we get that from? Phineas and Ferb?
That's how people, like, that's like early 2000s
Oh my
slang.
God, I'm
Like, you stupid
old.
dweeb.
He is. And I
Why
hope
couldn't you
that-
get on the mic? If you believe in something, get on the mic. He was open to it.
And I'll tell you what, Tyler. I hope you drop that fucking soap every
Well,
day.
apparently, I think he likes it. Right? Transgender?
He's not. His partner was.
I know. Does his partner? I don't know what appendage his partner has.
I don't
but-
care. I hope I hope he gets beat up every day. I hope that he doesn't get any commissary. I hope nobody calls you.
I think it's
hope
kind
that
of
you
insane.
Think about that every single day.
I think with a level of crime, they should take away certain things. Like murder, rape. They shouldn't be able to get commissary and da-da-da.
No, but they also get free health insurance and
Where's
all
that
these
from
people
here?
that are working on the prison reform. These people, and I'm not talking about like this people who got arrested for having a gram of pot on them or who got like I'm talking about killers.
But I think
talking about
hardcore
rapists,
drugs.
pedophiles, drug dealers, cartels. That right there, they should not get any of this shit.
No.
Nothing.
Because
no
these hardcore
visits.
drugs, I mean, yeah, people have the choice. But when that's all you know, you know, and I hate to say it, like, yeah, people need to be strong enough to get out of that. You have to. Anything. That's weight. That's depression. That's anxiety. That's going to be a daily battle for you, you know, but I think when that's all you know, and that's the only thing that kind of numbs you, like Ozzy, that's the only thing that just numbed for a minute. It's not even the drug, but that's the only thing that gets that feeling.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they're pushing these cocaines, you know, and it's, how do you stop? I mean, like,
People are still getting high in prison. there are still drugs coming in. How? Like, I've sit there and listened to these people that have gotten out of prison, and they talk about how they were still doing drugs in prison.
And people say our prisons are bad. Really? You want to go to Russia? That's probably how we need to have it. You know what I mean? Because you did a horrible thing. I think there should be like levels.
No, there's people in Norway that I was watching the Kardashians. And it's like I'm not really a Kardashian lover, but it's one of those that I can listen to as I'm doing housework.
I don't know how she does it because I just can't. That's how they talk. Okay, who do I want to be, Kaitlyn? Which one am I going to be?
Courtney.
Oh, crap. So Kim is like mad at me because like I had a similar top to her. Well, Kim, you know, I've always had this. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, Travis said that it looked good on me. And I just, you know, but it's always about Kim. I cannot, you know, she's such a bitch. Chloe, go do Kaitlyn, be Chloe.
No, I can't.
Be Kim. Okay, be Kim. She's the easiest to do.
I'm not good at any of them, though. Because I think they're all so fucking dumb. It's like,
I think they all kind of like Chloe's like, right? You gotta
like the big lips.
I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I like live in my house. I don't ever leave the outside of the gates. But like, why is that
Courtney?
a problem?
I can do Kim. I think I can do Kim. Sorry, no, I was like listening to her in my brain. I think I can do Kim.
Okay, let's see it.
I mean, Courtney, I mean, like, seriously. I mean, she went into my closet. You know that she did, right? I even have pictures on Instagram because I live on there. I don't take care of my kids. She directly stole the designer that I was going to wear to Coachella. Kim is more of like Courtney's like I mean, Kim, right? You gotta do that, right? And then Kim is like, Courtney. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a little bit of a different. I can't do Chloe because she just sounds, I don't know. She's
Chloe
like
is just Chloe.
Yeah.
Chloe's lips have really thrown me off.
Her face has changed more than Michael Jackson's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody
the
agrees.
only one that literally has not changed, actually the two of them have not changed, is Kendall and Courtney. Yeah.
But even they've had stuff done.
But I do think like Kendall has had some lip injections a little bit.
They say she's had like a lot of like eyebrow raises, and that does add up. You know what I mean?
But anyways, off the fucking Kardashians. But
okay, but I do want to wrap up Charlie because I didn't mean. Sometimes we just get off topic, really bad.
Yeah, we have ADHD. I think that's what it'd be called.
But literally, rest in peace of Charlie.
Yeah,
it's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's sad when you literally are thinking about it constantly. It's like Ozzy. Like, I just recently have been able to stop thinking about Ozzy Osbourne so much because people say like, even he's going to hell because he's the Prince of Darkness. Sharon, Bubba, I'm the Prince of Darkness. I love Ozzy, I'm telling you. Because sometimes Asher reminds me of Ozzy. He's just like out of like, I want me and Asher to dress like Sharon and Ozzy. I really want that so bad.
Oh my God. And why don't you make Noah Jack?
Oh my gosh.
In like the
I should make Ashton grow out his fro and be Jack.
Bro, he would look just like him. It's iconic.
Who took my beers out of my room?
No, darling.
Who would do that? You're the beer thief. I just love them. I don't know.
They are iconic.
I remember it was so sweet. Like when I was watching it, Sharon loved Minnie, their dog. Which
their dog.
These dogs are the ugliest things I've ever seen in my whole life.
About little dogs with famous people.
And looking inside their mouth, it's just disgusting. Ozzy hated. I mean, he like hated the dogs, but even him, like right, the whole show, he's like, these stupid dogs, right? They just shit everywhere, and like he's just picking up, all the time.
He's like, I'm gonna get a crocodile to eat all these fucking bastards.
But even he was like, right, because Jack, I guess, he would like have these really violent like nightmares where he would actually like hit, and he actually killed their dog, which I'm like, that's intense. I'm not trying to laugh, but sometimes it makes me laugh because I can just see.
Wait, what?
Yes, in this show. And he told his dad, he's like, don't tell mom, please don't. Because I mean, this was like her beloved dog, right? And so of course Ozzy You're going to go see Bastion. Like, he's going to tell me anyway, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to Sharon, and he was like, he told her the story, like, Jack, accidentally killed many, like, in his sleep, and she's like, Ozzy, stop playing with me right now. Don't get me worked up. He said, I'm not working. And he's like, starts crying. He's like, it's Minnie. Like, she's passed away. I mean, it was crazy.
Was she really dead?
Mm-hmm.
How'd he kill her?
I think, like, he has really violent, like, nightmares. Like, you know how certain people, like, act on it? Like, they'll choke their partner without even knowing because they have, like, the severe nightmare. It's like, yeah.
I would never want to sleep with him.
There's certain people that, like, have... There's certain people that have... I forgot that I was on camera. I shouldn't have done that.
Do that again.
But there's certain people, like, that have these, like, really intense nightmares, and there's, like, no cure for it. So, yeah, it's...
That's terrifying.
But Ozzy was such an icon. I like... What is this, Sharon Bubbles? I'm the Prince of Darkness. I just loved his accent because I've never heard a British accent like his before.
It's very distinct.
It's like, and that's Youngblood. I think Youngblood is cool looking. I can see him kind of reviving, like getting more people into the metal, heavy rock, because that's actually me and Kaitlyn's favorite. That's my husband's favorite.
You would never know looking at us, but do we love our like heavy rock screamo?
Because a girl at work, she's like, yeah, I like Taylor Swift, but I don't like Sabrina Carpenter. That's who you think. And and I'm like, I wouldn't know. I said, me and Kate like Fall Out Boy and Imagine Dragons. Like on the work, you know what I'm listening to? All aboard. Okay, that's what I'm listening to. Literally on the way here.
Or I'll listen. I like to listen a lot to like Falling in Reverse and what's the other ones? Falling in Reverse.
3 Days Grace.
Yes, but like even I like in the like
Linkin Park
and White. Linkin Park. Like I like a lot of
Papa Roach. That's my main right there.
If you're hearing it on Octane, that's what we're listening to.
I saw a meme about Nickelback, and they said
your mouth about Nickelback.
I love Nickelback.
They're iconic.
But no, this meme.
You're jealous.
They sound animals. Like I just want to like be a crazy teenager again. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. But that's awesome.
It's my slutty song.
I feel like that would be like
even more than Bad Girlfriend. Animals.
I think that's how I feel about the song by Saving Abel, The Sheets or whatever.
Yes,
that one.
I'm so addicted to all the things you do. Oh yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Going down on me in between the sheets, all the sounds you make with every breath you take.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while, but that's a good one.
When you love me.
But
oh my gosh, you don't even know. But I also like Dreamer by Ozzy too. Ozzy's just like, every time I hear his song, I just connect with him so much. I don't like his voice. I don't know how to explain it. He just has this one of those voices that are so cool.
They're iconic. I mean, he has an iconic voice. It's like, very distinctive. Like Kelly Clarkson, hers is very distinctive.
Like, but he also has a really good British and American. Like, there are certain words that British people have a hard time saying. But he even says like "wondering" good in that song that he was like. I can't think of it now that I'm being stared at. Wondering if Mother Earth survived. I don't know. He just has such a really cool No More Tears. That's one of my top 3s.
Yeah, I love a lot of
the
Ozzy songs.
light from the window is a crack in the sky. I don't know. It's just awesome. Yeah, the guitar. The guitar. If you have a good guitar and drum, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in. I don't care what the words say. I'm all the way in.
I just love to feel it.
I want to hear it. Like I want it to make my heart beat again.
Yes, Dustin says that it's called like, there's something a word for it, but he likes when he turns the music up that he can feel it in his chest.
Like I want when they do the clear, just turn on Animals by Nickelback. I'll wake up. Like at my funeral, just please don't play the sad. I'm rocking in heaven, right? Okay.
We're happy to be there. We finally reached it. We made it. When we made it to heaven, we've made it.
The light from the window is a crack in
Kirsten's
heaven.
going to go up to Ozzy and be like, Ozzy.
Can you please just perform one more time for me?
Sing one more time for me, please.
I just love it. I don't know. I just resonate with him so much.
Sharon.
When I start watching Ozzy again, that's all I want around the house. Ashton hated me. Every time I go to the fridge, you know what I'd say?
Who's stealing my beers out of my
Who took my
fridge?
beers out of my room? But before we get too caught up, because we are getting hot, like, guys, I'm sweating through my shirt and I never sweat.
It's bad in here.
It's really, we have to have the door closed.
No fans.
No fans.
You hear them.
Yeah, so it's
You
really
guys are
hot.
a lot.
You are a lot.
You're
You
gonna
understand. I'm
sacrifice
losing a
this.
bunch of weight right now. Anyway, let's wrap up this week's session, which I know is kind of all over the place. I think we got kind of excited and thrown off point a lot. And I hope we didn't mean any like disservice to Charlie or anything like that.
No.
I think it's kind of hard. Like, I take tragedy. It's really hard for me to talk about that kind of stuff without.
It is hard.
Because I try to make light of stuff. But it's just a tragedy. It's
it
horrible.
Really is a tragedy, and it is one of those that will go down in history, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's even more than Donald Trump. Really, no one really cared. I hate to say that. I don't mean it.
about him getting shot in the ear. Yeah.
I kind of hate to say it in that way. I think Charlie felt more like a person.
Yes.
And maybe that's why. But no one deserves
And
to
I
be
think
shot.
it's a lot of it was just he was so spiritual, and it just you
Yeah.
felt a connection, and then he built so many people. He gave so many people a voice.
And there's people that have said, I've came to Christ because of him.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. That's the best thing you could ever do in your whole life.
And I'm just glad that Erica has expressed that it will continue.
Mm-hmm.
She will fight for what they believed in,
Yep.
and it will continue, and it has only been awakened even more.
Yep.
And it just comes to show you that you never know. Tomorrow's not promised.
Yep.
And so just hug your loved ones a little bit,
Yep.
because I know I did, and you just truly never know, and it's sad. And rest in peace to Charlie, because he didn't deserve that, and
No.
he was a great person. I think outside of politics and beliefs, he was a great person. He was a human.
Yep.
So I wish the best for Erica and their children and his family, and even for his family at work that he's built. So I know it's devastating for all. And I hope you guys continue to watch his podcast, because they're going to keep it going. And I hope that you guys still are a part of Turning Point, because that's something that he died for it.
Yep.
So.
But if you like this episode, make sure to give us a like, follow, give us 5 stars, whatever it is. I can't keep up anymore.
Something, just anything.
Subscribe, follow. We have, I'm going to say Twitter. I can't say X with a straight face. I'm sorry. We have Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify, and of course our Gmail, which we would love for you to send any topics you want to talk about.
Send them in. Send them in.
Like current events, pop culture, true crime, conspiracy, couch confessions. We want that. That's going to be
I need to hear your shit stories.
I need to hear it because I feel alone.
Don't let her feel alone, please.
I feel traumatized. I need a group.
Yes.
And I have nobody to talk about this with. But our email is sisntpod@gmail.com. We'll have all of our socials listed. They're everywhere. I feel like, especially on YouTube, we have it in our banner at the ends of our videos. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap this up. I know it's chaotic. Sometimes I feel we get too off topic, but it's so hard when you're on a good vibe.
Yeah. We just go off the vibe. That's what it is. And hopefully you guys like it. And if not, tell us. Maybe if we,
it's just
hard. Do we need to get more scripted? Do we need to go based off
that
of
we
bullets
do
and
better
points?
off script because we get off script anyway. So I think maybe
I feel like that's the real part about it. We're real about it.
Yeah,
So.
we really are. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, I don't want to sound like I want to go on this train.
Right.
This crazy train. That's what's going to do.
Oh God, here we go. But until next week, guys. Remember,
I'm not qualified to do anything, let alone be a therapist.
I ain't no damn therapist.
We're just two sisters with a lot of opinions. Every time I
Yeah.
hear it now, especially because we record the intro and outro in our voice, obviously, it's crazy. I'm I've heard this so much. I could not tell you. So, but yeah, this
Alright,
is going to wrap
guys.
this up.
Till next week.
And we're trying to get better with posting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Or Tuesdays right now, for now. But yeah, that's it. Your time on the couch is up, but don't worry.
We'll be back next week with the same sisters
The same chaos.
and still no credentials.
We'll see you next week on our next episode of Sisters.
Not therapists.
If you like this podcast, give us a like, follow, and subscribe. If you have any topics you want to discuss, send us an email at sisntpod@gmail.com. Again, sisntpod pod@gmail.com.
New episodes drop weekly. And just remember,
We're just sisters.
not therapists.